I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this. I don't know. I don't know. But Christmas movies are starting now. And there's a movie premiere tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, forever. They're going to be on Hallmark, Lifetime, Up, the GAC. And you might be wondering, how do I watch this? What do I do? How can I do this? How can I watch all of them? Philo, that's how. We've once again partnered up with Philo to help make this holiday season even better. And they're giving our listeners 25% off for 2 months. The whole holiday season, basically, 25% off. All you gotta do is go to philo.tv/DTH.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Oh, it's a spooky time because this movie aired on Halloween. I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark Christmas movies that air on Halloween.
Ooh. It is that spooky time, Bran. And I like Hallmark movies that air on Halloween.
It's a spooky time. I'm Dan, and I've taken this bridge too far out over the water to not tell you that I love spooky times, but I despise Hallmark Christmas movies, even on Halloween.
This is the
Hallmark Podcast. And this is the Deck the Hallmark Podcast. Sure. You know what we do is we take all of our intros and we weed out the worst ones and the best ones. And I think in the middle you'd find some consistency.
But then you have excellence like this.
Like this.
And today
Par excellence.
Oh, it was real good.
I mean, for a Friday too. I mean, we're putting in the yeoman's work here on a Friday.
Yeah.
It's got a sailboat movie on a Friday. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We're doing the Lord's work.
The Lord's work.
I
mean,
love
let's be
sailing.
honest. Yeah, you're big sail boy.
Big sail boy.
Just let the boat do the work. That's the trick.
Okay. Homonym. Sale.
Sail is the homonym?
Yeah, on sale or sale. Go.
Yeah.
You're the best at this.
I was walking with my grandma across the street, and I said, Grandma, look at that sail.
Oh, okay. I know this one. Okay. Sale, the store. You're buying something in the store. Look at the sale. It's
Brand?
Sale store.
What street?
Old Yellers.
SAIL.
It's actually Chris Sale, pitcher for the Red Sox.
Oh.
That's right.
So when you see him, you say, look at that sale?
Look at that sail.
Interesting.
Right?
Fascinating.
I didn't know that was one of the options. How does he spell his last name?
S-A-L-E, so technically Payne is right.
Okay, well, son of a...
It's just like history or his story all over again.
It really is.
Oh, got him.
Man. Guys, I'm really excited to talk about Christmas Sale with you boys. This has been a long time.
Come on.
Been a long time coming. But before,
Well, 4 years ago, we said one day we're going to review a Christmas sailboat movie.
Yeah.
And that day is today.
I can't believe it.
So this is it. We're signing off, everybody.
that's exactly right. Hey, boys, I'll Be Home for Christmas movies. It's been out for a couple weeks now. People, I mean, really only a week and a half. People are going nuts about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got official word the Barnes & Noble on Haywood Road, and that Greenville
Sold out.
in minutes.
In minutes.
I don't know about the minutes.
How many? It was
A
in
lot.
minutes.
It was sold out.
Yeah.
Technically in minutes.
Sure.
Woodruff Road, I don't know.
Sold out from what?
Woodruff
Sold
Road.
out.
No, it is sold
Sold
out.
out.
We have
Woodruff
confirmation
Road.
it's sold out on
Yes,
Woodruff
sold out
Road as well.
Woodruff
So we know of at least 2 Barnes & Nobles that
are
have
sold
sold
out.
out.
And they both had to order more.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We'd love if you made your Barnes & Noble sell out.
yeah, that's right.
That would be great. And typically they only order,
A few.
a few. So
first,
go and
as
buy
a
them and be
test.
like, we need more.
That's right. So shout out to everybody who's bought the book, left wonderful reviews on Amazon and other sites that you can leave book
Keep
reviews.
doing that too.
That means so much. And I hope that you guys are using the book this holiday season. I hear it from a lot of people that are like, I'm keeping it by my chair, so while I'm watching the movies, I can pull it open. So cool to see that happen. So thank you to everybody for all the support. And don't forget, Universal Yum's coming up, holiday box. Very excited about that. But go ahead, subscribe. Universal Yum's their official snack of the holiday season. It's just a great little snack box to keep by you at all times while you're watching these movies. It gives you a little extra fun times. It's fun on top of fun.
Man, it really is. It's the best
the
gift.
fun.
If you don't know what to get your relatives for Christmas, Universal Yums is the easiest gift, and they will love it, guaranteed. It's fantastic.
Can we guarantee that?
I can guarantee it.
Wow.
There's something in that box for everybody. Come on,
You're gonna like the way the box makes you feel.
guarantee it.
You guys ready to talk about the Christmas sale?
I was born ready, and it's not the Christmas sale. It's Christmas sale brand.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Stop disrespecting this movie.
All right, give me one more.
Give you one more what?
Hold on.
Okay, sale again?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna get this one.
Ahoy.
Okay.
Hats for sale.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hats for sale. I mean, I guess you could say hats for sale. I don't. You would say hats for sailing, right? Like if you were
say
talking
sailing,
about the
yeah.
boat, you wouldn't say, "Hey, hats for sale." I think it's SALE.
I think I'm going with that picture again. You're giving hats to him, Chris Sale. Yep.
Yeah, Pana's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So in this case, we are both right.
That's right.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
SALE.
We sell hats just for Chris Sale.
Yeah, I love it.
And they do so with a nautical theme. Ahoy.
Ahoy. I love it. You guys ready? Let's
Yeah.
do it. Christmas Sale originally aired on All Hallows Eve, October 31st.
Movie last year for Halloween, Cranberry Christmas.
Cranberry Christmas is
That's right.
exactly right. And it went a little something like this. The year is 1990, and these two little kiddos take a picture with two adults by a boat. So your pretty traditional Christmas movie. We cut to present day and we meet Liz, who is one of the little kids, now all grown up. Congratulations. She has a job. She has a daughter named Hannah, and she just has good times, good vibes. We then come back to Boat Town, USA, and we meet the other little kid that's all grown up. His name is Luke, who still lives in town and likes to play chess with Dennis, who is Liz's dad. Dennis is a grumpy guy since his wife passed away and doesn't have really a great relationship with Liz anymore, and he hates Christmas. But just because he's grumpy doesn't mean that he won't save a little kid from a falling Christmas tree and end up breaking his arm, because that's exactly what happens. Liz gets a call that she needs to come and help him because of the arm break or something. I don't know. So she shows up, and Luke is there waiting for her and gives her and Hannah a ride to her dad's house. And she hasn't been home for 4 years and is shocked to see that the annual Christmas boat contest has a cash prize of $25,000.
$25,000.
It's true. She was under the impression that
I've retired for less.
How many times have you retired?
7.
She's under the impression that her dad sold the boat, but see that it's still there and is not in some very good shape. But she finds out that her dad is having to sell the house because he owes money to the bank. So she decides, I'm going to enter the contest, try to win that $25K. Scroogey Dennis slowly lets his guard down thanks to little Hannah playing chess and being sweet and cute. After some begging and pleading, Frank, is that his name, Frank? Yeah, I guess so. No, Luke. Who's Frank? Luke agrees to help.
Man, you are just, it's been a struggle, and we've got a lot of movies left in the tank. I'm just letting you know.
Not tonight, though.
We got 32 movies left this year, and that's just Hallmark.
Easy. Luke agrees to help Liz and Hannah get the boat ready for the competition. They spend a lot of time on the boat fixing it up and decorating it and looking at photo albums, and even ends up coming over for dinner. And when they all show up for dinner, they're shocked to see that Dennis has decorated the house for Christmas. He's getting his light on. He wants to give Hannah a great Christmas. That night, Dennis shows Liz some old slides, some pictures of her mother and the family, and they finally talk about her mom and how much they both miss her, and it's a real moment. After basically telling each other that they had crushes on each other in high school, Luke invites Liz to the Christmas ball, and she's overdressed. We could all agree on that one. Liz and Luke slow dance, and he tells Liz that he loves her, which is bold, always has loved her, and they have what some may call a kiss. I'm still unsure. Luke is planning on moving in. Luke is planning to basically follow Liz, or Liz can come here, and he just wants, we should be together. And she's like, listen, I got this whole life, and so I can't just pack up everything and come here. And so they're basically like, I guess the timing's just not going to work out. So they say goodnight. Liz ends the night by having one heck of a conversation with her dad about what he's going to do if they don't win the competition. And Dennis basically says, hey, I know that you and Luke are, I think that Luke loves you and you should love him, and stuff like that, basically. And so he decides, you know what, I'm going to help old Dennis do a big old nice grand gesture to help my daughter finally get married. The boat parade begins, and I realize that I probably should do this at some point in my life. Their boats are just great, but it gets even better when Dennis raises the sail, and projected pictures of Liz as a child with her family and her mom show up on the sail. It is a surprise for everybody, including Liz. Liz loves it. And Luke and Liz kiss, much better ones, I might add. They win the contest, I think, and they save the house, I think, and they keep the boat, I'm pretty sure. They have a family picture, and I guess everything turns out good. And that, my friends, was Christmas Sale.
One quick correction. We did do it. One quick correction. They do not keep the boat. He specifically says, this is our last Christmas with my darling Mary, which is the name of the boat. They do sell the boat.
Great.
We don't know about the house.
We don't know about the house.
We don't know about. We assume they kept the house. We know they didn't keep the boat.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
You.
I want to make sure it's right.
I love corrections.
Because you know what's taking the world by storm? Synopsis with Brand on the YouTube. And I just want to make sure it's right.
It's great.
So how do I fix that?
I don't know. You add this to the thing.
Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
Why is it? Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
They win the contest, and they decide to still sell the boat, but they do one last family picture in front of it, and I guess the house is saved. And that, my friends, was Christmas Sale. There we go. Hey, let's take a quick break. Did you say ketchup pants?
I did. I'm just trying to give you more work. That's all I'm doing.
I love it. Hey, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll break this movie down with 4 segments.
Okay.
We didn't get to that second tiddlywinks. I'm going to try to do that today.
Yep.
Here, like the Hallmark. Whoa.
Well, howdy there.
Man. Wow.
Hot off the presses.
Guys, we will never know what it's like to go bra shopping.
No, we will not.
Nope.
And I, personally, I'm like, whatever. It's a bra. Like, how hard can it be? From what I gather, quite the ordeal. It is quite the challenge to find the perfect bra. And that's why I'm super excited about Third Love. Third Love is making it so easy for you to find the bra for you without having to go and try on a bunch of things and try to figure it out, because they have this amazing quiz that helps you find the perfect bra for you. And here's the thing, 90,000 5 stars review. Do not lie.
90,000 5 stars review. I saw them live.
90,000 5-star reviews. They don't lie, is what I'm trying to say.
That's right.
They have sizes that are perfect for you, and the fitting room quiz is like a personal shopper, but better. It focuses on size, shape, current fit, and all that good stuff. And it has helped 18 million women find the perfect bra size. And here's the thing: if it doesn't fit perfectly, you can return it and exchange it for free for 60 days. And great news, everybody! You're getting 20% off by going to thirdlove.com/deck. That's 20% off your first order by going to thirdlove.com/deck. That is THIRD love.com/deck for 20% off today. And don't forget, the entire season of Deck the Hallmark is brought to you by Philo, the best streaming platform. They've got the Hallmarks, the Lifetimes, everything you could possibly want, and even better, they're giving our listeners 25% off the entire holiday season for 2 months. You get 25% off by going to philo.tv/DTH today.
Hey, we did it. Smooth sailing. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You're operating at a 10 out of 10 right now.
10 out of 10, baby. Right. Hey, let's talk about Christmas sales.
90,000 5-stars review.
You've done a lot of babies this week.
You know what's wild is yeah, you have done a lot of those.
It's been a lot. I let the first two slide, but this is the third one, and I don't know what to do with it.
Week?
The last couple days, I would say.
Yeah.
I thought you were a little wonky when you told us we were eating a credit card a week, but now I feel like it's just getting out of hand.
Hey, baby!
Hey!
Hey, credit card, baby!
Go ahead.
Somebody take all of my babies and put them together for a nice little comp.
How about just get that quote out there and see what happens? Somebody take all of my babies.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
He said baby today, by the way.
Did he
was
really?
fantastic.
I got you, baby.
I got you, baby. Thanks, baby.
Nick will never listen to this, but Nick, our landlord, he says
shout out to my guy. I gave him rent, and he said,
baby.
thanks, baby. I got you.
Yep.
What a guy. Hey, you guys want to talk about this movie?
I would love to.
I am going to propose. I'm bringing this to the table.
All right.
4 segments.
No, I don't like it.
Okay, 5 segments.
I love that.
4 and a tiddlywinks.
4 and a tiddlywinks.
I'm here.
I think we're going to start with the hot take.
Okay.
Where we share exactly how I felt about this movie. Some people, and this is just early reviews so far in the season, some people have thought that we've been taking it easy. That we haven't been hot. They've been like, warm, sure, but hot. So let's bring it today, boys. Let's give the hot takes. Panda, kick us off.
So this movie is great. It's great because the performances are wonderful. The plot is endearing. There's a lot of Christmas here. And there's boats, which I think is delightful. That said, and here's just where my heart is. And I've said before,
Boats is delightful. That's what Panda.
Boats is delightful.
They put that on the DVD.
Boats is delightful.
Boats is delightful.
90,000 5-stars reviewed.
Both
Can't be
there
wrong.
are boats
true.
which are delightful.
Boats is delightful.
Boats is delightful.
Boats is delightful. I stand by that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Baby.
And I will tell you that I do not like the sads. This movie gave me sads, and I didn't like it. So, like the movie, didn't like how the movie made me feel at points. So I give it. I will give it a rare 2 thumbs up, but would probably not want to watch it again.
Is this like 2 turtle doves for you? 2 turtle doves way sadder than this.
Yes, way sadder. This to me is I like this better than 2 turtle doves. Even though I would watch this over 2 turtle doves.
Okay.
Where are you putting it? Where are you feeling it's going to end up for you?
Well, right now it's probably the best movie that we've seen this year. I'm just telling you from a watchability standpoint. It's not there for me as much because I don't want the sads.
But I mean, you have to create a ranking, Panda. Like you don't have to just sit here and go, "It's the best. I didn't like it." Like just say it wasn't for you.
I guess it just wasn't for me. But I can acknowledge it's the best one we've seen this year.
But would you put it in like up at the top of your list?
It's not my favorite one this year. I would put it 2 or 3.
What's your one?
Man, this sounds weird, but I think it would be. Man, I really like Santa Stakeout, and I really like You, Me, and the Christmas Tree. I know that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
You've done that joke a lot.
Those 2 are...
For some reason, that time it hit.
Yeah.
And that time,
It's all about timing.
you kind of stuck it under the radar,
yeah.
like Dupree does. Yes, I learned a couple things about myself today, boys. I didn't know that I needed these things. One is a Christmas boat parade. Didn't know I needed it, but now I do.
Yeah.
I would really like to partake in one of those things. Now, the bummer is I don't like water. So it does involve getting close to water at Christmas time, and that's going to be tough for me on a personal level. But it looks real neat. Second thing, Terry O'Quinn in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Didn't know I needed that. I can't imagine my life without it now. Boy, what a performance. Unbelievable. This is a really, really great movie. I really, really liked this movie. I think I still have The Christmas Promise ahead of it for me personally, but just there's a lot of really great things about this movie, and yeah, loved it. I mean, what is not to love about this movie? I don't know if I would even categorize this movie as sad. I mean, there's definitely some stuff, but like this is pretty Hallmark level.
I just think that
this isn't movies and mysteries style.
You know,
sad.
in Christmas Promise, we have someone die as they're in love. This movie takes the death of someone that's known, and then they find a way to celebrate and be happy. Like, I feel like this movie's all rise. I didn't feel like there's a lot of sads in this movie. It didn't give me the sads.
Maybe I was just feeling a little somber tonight.
A little melancholy.
A little melancholy.
Sometimes you get in the melancholy.
I didn't want him to even lose the house or the boat. It felt too real when they're doing going through the photos on the projector. That felt too heavy of a moment for me.
Really?
It felt too real for me. Maybe the performance was too good. I actually would suggest.
I mean, that's possible.
I want it a little bit more vapid. And lackluster.
Vapid. Yeah, I didn't find this movie to be sad. I thought it was beautiful.
I can see. You're right.
This movie was beautiful.
Boats is wonderful.
Boats is wonderful.
Delightful. Boats is delightful.
Boats is delightful, and maybe you guys are right. Maybe I was just feeling a little bluesy. I was thinking about The Christmas Promise. Felt a little sad watching this Christmas movie. Don't know why. Maybe just wasn't for me.
Now, I don't know why we played that clip per se, but Brett Debbie does have a contract. Now, Brett Debbie, he is the daughter of Little Debbie. He grew up in a house of cake and became severely overweight because of it. But he has in his contract, every time we do any sort of talk blues bit, we have to play a Brett Debbie clip, from what I understand.
Son of the Little Debbie, yes.
Yeah. Son of Little Debbie. Grew up in a house of Little Debbies. Made out of it. And we have to, so we've got to, Trace, do you have one that we can play real quick?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I'm not a monster.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Hey everybody, my name is Debbie, and I'm here to tell you that I really like the jelly, and I don't know why we haven't put them in the snacks. Give me one of that.
I literally live for Brett Debbie, and I don't know why.
It's been years.
I don't know if anyone else even thinks it's funny.
I don't know if anybody knows Brett Debbie. Have we done a Brett Debbie bit on
We've
here?
done it on something we've done here in the studio.
Okay.
Maybe it was on Take the Day Off.
I love Brett Debbie.
Yep.
I mean, he's the son. I want to make sure that people are understanding who Brett Debbie is. Brett Debbie is the son of Little Debbie.
That's right.
And Little Debbie, when Brett was a child, when they were getting the Little Debbie,
an
entire house of Little Debbie cakes.
That's right.
And moved her family
into it.
That sounds wonderful and all.
Huge mistake.
But imagine being a kid surrounded by all you can eat Little Debbie cakes.
Someone in the Bramble Jam Plus Double Deckers commented,
Brett Debbie returns.
Brett Debbie returns. So there has been a Brett Debbie bit.
Wonderful.
And that makes me feel better about just calling it out.
Good.
Here. That's right.
Good. I'm glad we've done it.
I'm glad we have too.
Hey, what do you think about this movie, Dan?
I quite enjoyed Christmas Sale.
Yeah, there it is.
It is a like from me.
Dan, like the movies. Dan, like the movies.
You were really sliding that there, weren't you? I quite enjoyed it for a number of reasons. Number one on that list is Terry O'Quinn. Just Get Out of Here. One of the best, most moving performances I've ever seen on the network. I don't think it's particularly close. Maybe my favorite performance I've ever seen on the network. I'm trying to think of a performance that's just so perfectly understated with as much gravitas.
Yep.
The guy belongs doing this kind of stuff. He was too good for it. He elevated everything. Second, we're by the sea. It's a sailboat movie. We still got all of these Christmas highlights that you come to expect from these movies. Third, not much about this movie doesn't ring true. There's very little that takes you out of what's happening in this movie. Even the dumb boat parade doesn't take you out of it. You stay invested because it's a very true to life movie. It's not very gimmicky. And so I really enjoyed that. And then lastly, the thing that I was surprised by is the lead couple by the end really does win me over. Like, I really like their chemistry as two, leads that have already lived a life and they have baggage and kind of, finding each other again. I thought that really worked as well. Had a lot of feels. Quite enjoyed it. I thought it's easily the best of 2021 for me. I think it's better than Crashing Through the Snow, which I had at 1. This would be 1. This is the first true thumbs up for me. Thumbs up from Dan. You did it, Hallmark. Nicely done. Yes, very nicely done.
A week ahead of schedule.
A week ahead.
Well, because I think didn't
Christopher Lloyd. Yeah.
Well,
In
no,
fact,
I'm
at the
saying
preview-
last year, Delivered by Christmas was the first movie you liked, and that came
That's
out
right.
for the first
Yeah.
weekend in November.
Terry O'Quinn was phenomenal.
Terry O'Quinn-
And we
Phenomenal.
got a lot of him too, which was wonderful.
Yeah, and I complained we didn't get enough Joe Pantoliano in Santa State.
We didn't get enough Patrick Duffy yesterday
We didn't get
either.
enough Patrick Duffy, and I stand by both of those. Terry O'Quinn is used magnificently in this movie, and there's some little things that he does. Like that dumb hat that he gets when he's supposed to help do Santa with the grandkid, and that hat in most other movies doesn't make an appearance, but every scene you see it, he's got it in his back pocket, he keeps it, there's no continuity error, and then he puts it on. Like little things like that. Terry O'Quinn is just crushing it in this movie, and he just elevates. Without him, with just a standard one of those Canadian guys, we don't know their names, playing this role, the movie is just kind of middling, probably.
You might say this movie would be lost without him.
Whoa.
Here all week. Look at this guy.
Whoa, that was great.
Hasn't been my best week.
No, but that was nice. It's been a really, really messed up week, actually, for you, which is wild.
We don't need
You were telling me about it earlier, and I don't even know what torture and bitter have to do with this, but you got into it. We don't need
Well,
to
it's
right
been
now.
7. It's been 7 days of it.
Yeah. Wow. Nonstop.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Anyway.
My girlfriend cheated on me.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she is, to be fair, quite a looker.
She's California now.
California dime.
I've been trying for a long time. I need to leave her. I need
I've
to
been
quit
saying
her.
it's time for you to quit her, for sure. Anyway, Terry O'Quinn, he really takes this to the fa la la next level.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You might say he takes it to the top of the world.
Party on
Tonight.
the rooftop. Yep.
Guys, let's get to all the feels. Part of the show we talk about what in this movie gave us feels. Panda?
We've already mentioned that he just knocks it out of the park every single scene he's in, Terry O'Quinn. But my favorite scene he does is when he finally is kind of playing with his granddaughter. She wants him to put the angel on top of the Christmas tree. And when he plays with her, and then he just lifts her up. It's such a simple thing, but it's just, that's the moment where you could tell he's completely switched over. He's completely changed, and he's willing to even, reconcile with the loss of his wife. I think in all earnest at that point. And it's beautiful scene. I loved it. That's my favorite scene.
Yeah. Well, mine's the same scene. You mind if I go? Can I do that? Is that okay?
I'll allow it.
Thanks, Trace. So that scene's amazing for a couple of reasons. One is very just practical. One is very personal for me. The practical version is what you said is exactly right. And this is not the classic curmudgeon that looks like a curmudgeon, feels like a curmudgeon all movie, then all of a sudden has this big turn at the end. I'm thinking in my head of Treat Williams in Rocky Mountain Christmas, gives a great performance, but he's curmudgeon all movie and then becomes a Christmas-aholic at the end.
Yep.
This is Terry O'Quinn does a slow and steady, you know what? my grandkid's here. I'm going to hang out with him. And then there's always like one step too far. And then he slowly but surely inches and inches closer until they get the tree, until they put the angel back on it. That's awesome. Personally, I'm a star on the tree guy. I'm a star on the tree guy, have been since I've been an adult and had a tree in my house. However, my family is an angel on the tree family. And it was a big deal always for my mom, still is. She has a specific angel she likes on that tree. And we still get to do that and get to go to their house around the holidays and see the angel on the tree. And so that was a very personal moment for me as well. And so it worked for me across the board. And even though there's I very rarely get chills in Hallmark movies. I got chills at the sailboat scene where he unveils the new sail. The problem is that scene's the only scene that takes you out of the movie. So even though it gave me chills and manipulated me into a feeling, it's the only scene that takes you out of the movie for reasons we'll talk about, I'm sure, later. So this scene with the angel on the tree is the scene that really does it for me.
Guys, I'm a simple man. When there's big old colorful lights on a tree, I'm a sucker for it. It always gives me feels. But the conversation that she has with her dad at nighttime with the fire going, the lights are down, the ambiance, the feeling of that room reminded me of the last scene in the Christmas Story with those big bulbs and the snow's falling outside and the fire's going and they've got the Christmas music on, which is just such a good scene. Always gives me feels. This scene kind of felt like that from an ambiance standpoint. I loved it. Give me those. They don't make the big old boys like they used to. There is a specific look that they have, and this tree had that look, and there's nothing better than it. I'm very passionate about that.
You did the look over and you did the nod. Yeah. This is what it's about right here.
This is it, boys.
That's the true reason for the season, right?
Absolutely.
I get a half dozen of those from you, and you guys get a half dozen boos from me, roughly, right? Just the boo.
Half dozen.
Yeah. You think I do it more?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Half dozen a week.
Hey
guys, let's take one more quick break, and this is gonna be, you guys are really gonna be excited about this one.
Tiddlywinks.
Guys, I got good news. Blind Chalet is back.
Yeah!
I know.
Dude, I got to tell you, we got so much response from that promotion where they came to your house and begged you to take blinds. It was unbelievable. Are they matching that this year?
Here's the good news, everybody.
They're the best blinds in the business.
So, here's the thing. There are some companies out there that will charge you thousands of dollars to come and install custom window coverings. Not Blind Chalet.
No.
They won't. They offer like literally an insane amount of variety of window coverings, many of which you can install on your own if you want to. It means immediate savings with Blind Chalet, but they've made it even simpler, guys. BlindChalet.com. They're going to give you 55% off your first order.
55%.
55% off your first order of window coverings.
So this is not cheap. You're going to save a ton of money.
So much money.
You guys have been sitting around not fixing your blinds.
Blind Chalet, baby.
Right now's the time.
That's exactly right. All you got to do is go to blindchalet.com and enter Hallmark 55.
Hallmark 55.
Oh, we got Hallmark 55. Hallmark 55. That's Blinds Chalet. Like hot shell ray. It's not like that at all. BlindsChalet.com, Hallmark 55. 55% off your first order. You can literally do so many things with the money you're going to save, including buy your neighbor some Blind Chalet as well.
Wow.
2 for 1.
Think about it.
4 for 2.
Guys, let's talk about it. Christmas sale, Tiddlywinks. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Welsh Rabbits. What'd you do?
Winning.
I don't think I actually said a word. I said Willala.
You just get caught so off guard.
I did Welsh Rabbit.
Oh, Welsh Rabbit. I did winning like Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
It is interesting. We all went with W's.
Wow.
That's something. We're getting closer.
Trace, is that a tiddlywink?
It's a tiddly. It's a
Wow.
tiddly. It's a tiddly.
Oh.
But we're halfway there, boys.
Living on a prayer.
Let's get to the Wait What, a smart show.
Me and Dupree.
It's when the boys on here talk about the things in this movie that made us go, wait, what? Panda, you got many?
Hardly any at all. The only thing that really caught me off guard was they're playing chess at the very beginning.
Man. You lost it. You lost it. here.
Luke is playing with Dennis, and Luke makes the mention. He goes, "Oh man, well, Dennis says you're trying to protect your rook too much," and to which Luke responds, "The rook is the best piece."
No.
And I don't. As somebody who loves chess, this is not
Debatable.
abstract or it's not debatable. The queen is the best piece.
The queen's the best piece. All you have to say is the rook's my favorite piece.
That's fine.
You can have a favorite piece that's not
Absolutely.
the best piece.
Rook's a fine piece. Absolutely. It's not the best.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Yeah.
That and the tree tipping over was a weird scene. I'm still at a loss as to how that tree just all of a sudden, the way they made it look like somebody physically grabbed and tipped it over. It was weird.
I was more taken aback by the fact that did any damage.
Right.
Tree, like a Christmas tree, is pretty soft and gets a lot of bounce. If a Christmas tree of that size, 8-9 feet, fell, it would do to that girl minimal damage. Maybe scratch her a little bit, and it looked like a full I'm saving a girl from dying
Right.
situation.
Well, and everyone acted like it with the clapping and everything.
It was
that's
wild.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Those are my only wait whats. This movie's phenomenal.
I do find it quite interesting that the way that she found out that the house is for sale is not from driving up and seeing a for sale sign.
No. They wouldn't have one of those out
No,
front.
they would not. The bank would not. The bank respects your space.
They don't want to actually
instead
sell
they
a house.
plaster flyers around town. Interesting way to find out. At some point they're talking about our guy's like, hey, I know everything about you. Here's some fun facts about you.
Yeah.
And they slide this one in that her favorite food was coconut snowballs.
Oof.
I'm sorry, but what?
No one.
No one.
No one.
No one is going out of their way to get a coconut snowball.
Though, coconut snowballs are there so that the other options sound more appealing.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why they're there. Nobody chooses that.
If the person that you are into's favorite food is coconut snowballs,
Choose a different person.
choose a different person.
I
It's a
like
rule-
coconut snowballs.
Get.
That
I
checks.
love them. They're
That
tasty.
checks out. That
Favorite
checks out.
food?
No, but it's a great dessert. I might have in the top 25 desserts.
That's absurd.
I'm sorry.
A coconut
Guys, I know we got
snowball
stuff to do.
Wait,
Is a what now?
okay, let me tell
Pies
you.
and cakes?
Let me explain
Pastries?
Little Debbie's?
Let me explain
Hey.
what I think a coconut snowball is, and you guys tell me if we're all on the same page.
All right,
A
there's
coconut
literally
snowball
only
is-
one thing
is a-
that is a coconut
All right,
snowball.
go ahead.
Okay, it's coconut shavings.
Yes.
Held together by typically honey or some sort of something like that with typically chocolate chips in them.
What?
What is he
And
talking
they're-
about? It's the
A
two-pack
snowball is a
in the-
2-pack. I
in the
might be a
store.
little Debbie, to be honest with you. It's a 2-pack little thing that you buy in the gas station that has coconut all over it. Those little balls.
Oh no!
What do you mean held together with honey?
What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
Yeah, like the coconut snowballs. You can make a little coconut snowball.
You're not speaking English. That's a coconut snowball, and they're
Those are just
terrible.
snowballs.
They're coconut snowballs.
Here, I'm gonna Google. You debate.
Wouldn't coconut snowballs are pink? That's interesting. Regular snowballs are white.
Here you go. Here's some homemade ones with the coconut on them.
Okay.
There's no chocolate chip anywhere to be found.
Honey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Variations of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those. They're delicious.
Top 20 dessert.
Top 25. I said.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Top 25.
That's
Top
absurd.
25.
I'm going to need,
absurd.
I know, yeah, you don't need to do this right now because I know this would take years. But at some point, I need you to put that together and post it on the Facebook group. Top 25 desserts. Because you've piqued my interest.
I guarantee you we've talked about more desserts than that on this podcast that you like more than coconut snowballs.
No. Nope. Buckeyes and Oreo balls. Probably 1 and 2.
1 and 2. I love an Oreo ball.
I do love an Oreo.
I love Buckeyes, man. They're delicious.
That's the peanut butter, right?
Yep. Peanut butter, chocolate.
What's weird is that I'm just so used to the ratio of the Reese's that
Yeah.
the Buckeye typically doesn't work as well as the Oreo ball for me.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Anything cookie dough is up there.
If I want anything like that, it should have chocolate and peanut butter together or cookie dough involved for sure.
Yeah. Are we now? Here's my final clarifying question.
Go ahead.
Before are we
We've
counting
already
like
named 3.
milkshakes? Are we?
Yeah,
are we
that's a dessert, Panda.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if we were doing simply baked.
No, we're doing
you didn't
desserts.
say top 25 baked goods. You said top 25
No,
desserts.
that's fine because if we're talking milkshake, that's fine. I'm still well within my 25, and I think coconut snowballs.
I would
are
even
gonna be up
allow
there.
an after dinner cocktail.
No. Oh, all right.
Shift.
So there's a buddy of Luke's that basically his entire role in this movie is to talk about the ball. He shows up about every 10 to 15 minutes and he's talking about the ball.
Yeah.
He really is all about this ball.
About the ball.
He's all about the ball.
He is.
Yes.
That guy needs to relax about the ball. And this is the most unique first kiss I think we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's strange.
And I think I get it, but I do not like the way it made me feel. I think I understand it.
I ended up really enjoying it for what it is.
I think I get
Imagine
it.
that they're still in high school because
Yeah.
that's what happens
Yeah.
in that scene.
Yep.
That's what that kiss would look like.
I don't dislike that it happened the way that it happened. I just didn't like the way it made me feel while it was happening.
It's fair.
And I just want to put that on the record. I applaud your creative decision and the way in which you went about it, but it made me feel icky. So there's that. I'm very torn about it.
Fair.
Dan?
May I suggest to you that if you are meeting someone that you knew as a child and you've not seen in a long time and you're under 80 years old, you should not greet them with "you look healthy." You shouldn't do it. That's just not great. You
for
look
you.
healthy. You look like you're not going to die. Real weird way to greet somebody. You look great. It's good to see you. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in a while. You look healthy. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? I just,
You greet me that way every single time you see me.
but I know
You
how
always
you,
seem surprised I'm still alive.
I know how you and I eat, and also you're over 80, so I don't like that. You know, there is that. I do want to talk about where they unveiled the sale, and there is a
Psalm Life.
There is a montage being played on the sale.
Slideshow, yeah.
Slideshow. And I'm sorry. There's no way that happens. We talked through it during the movie. Even with a short throw projector, that boat is in the water.
It's going up and down.
It's moving.
That screen is...
Unless that sail is an LED screen somehow, which you'd have had, like, there's no world where the images are going to look that pristine, and there's probably no way that you can successfully project it just on that triangle perfectly. It's just...
Well, no, that's I don't have a problem with, because at nighttime it would
shows
only
it.
show up
But
on.
what I'm saying is to have it to where it's always framed perfectly would be very difficult to do.
I don't know if people are typically taking
Boat is moving around.
I'm with you on that. All I'm
Yes.
saying is if most people take pictures with the main subject in the center, it would make sense that
All
it
I
would,
know is this: is when it initially happened, I got chills. Like, this is the perfect way to end this movie. Then I was like, wait a minute, that's the ultimate way. What? It just doesn't work. Like, it doesn't actually work in general. Hey, what's going on?
the comment's great.
What's happening?
Megan here on the chat says, "I'm just happy to hear Panda's voice on each episode. It means he's still with us." I didn't see that coming.
Megan, join in on the fun. You want me to say it louder so you can hear it? I'm sorry. Megan says.
Oh, that Megan, she's real whip smart.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. I want to point out that our leading man just chews on a toothbrush during this movie like it's a toothpick. I don't know how else to describe it. There's no toothpaste on the toothbrush. It's in his mouth, and he just kind of takes it out when he's talking. That is not okay to do, ever. That's disgusting. It's weird. It's a weird habit. You should stop it right now. There's a monster out there that teaches elementary school kids and gives them homework over Christmas break. They should be fired immediately. Immediately. I got to be honest. I teach advanced placement U.S. history. It's a college level class. I've had to give homework over Christmas break once. It was the saddest I've ever seen a group of kids, and I've never done it again since. And I'm heartless. There's an elementary school teacher out there that's like, sorry, kiddos, get to work. That's really, really bad. I can't. Hey, this house is a mansion near the ocean in a tourist town. You know who afforded it? 2 teachers.
Yeah.
Terry O'Quinn and his wife taught high school. One of them's high school, one of them's elementary school. Those 2 on their salaries bought that place.
I like to think that they bought a long time ago, and they've been sitting in this house for a very long time.
That means they were younger and they were teaching with less money.
Right, but prices of homes were a little bit cheaper.
It would still have been relative to the money that they made.
They bought in a downturn.
An economic downturn in the 70s when the interest rate to buy a house was like 20%. The other way it makes sense is if they had money somehow.
And
That's the only way it makes sense.
And a boat.
Yeah, they had a boat too. Forgot about
So
that.
doing fine.
I know I'm alienating everyone listening and watching, but there's a time when they point at the boat and he does this number right here, which is a full NWO for Life Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. I never thought I'd see it again, but it's there. And then last but not least, I'm actually going to save that for the What the Hallmark, so I'm good.
Great, everybody.
Yeah.
It's time for What the Hallmark. It's part of the show. We wonder what happened. Panda, let's kick it off, pal.
How's the rest of it go?
It's time for What the Hallmark. It's part of the show. We wonder what could have been that would maybe happen, give some clarity to the questions that we still have.
He's back
Hey,
on
there
the
you
board.
go.
Back,
There you
everybody.
go, man.
The later it gets, the better I am. I'm like, I don't know, candied bacon. You typically, the later it is, the better I am. I'm like candied bacon.
Candied bacon?
Candied bacon is better the later it gets in the night.
I don't know how accurate that is. If it's been sitting out, for sure.
No, I'm just saying candied bacon.
You mean to tell me if I said, hey, I'd like a piece of candied bacon, please, at 2 p.m, versus if I did it at 10 p.m., it'd be a world of difference.
Yes.
Wow. Interesting.
At first, when I said it, I wasn't sure. But now that we've actually talked it through, I believe
I thought for sure Brett Debbie was going to be the weirdest thing we did this episode.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, he makes an interesting comment. Dennis makes an interesting comment. He says, I never got to go back into the classroom. I started taking care of his wife, and then he alludes to, he goes, I just haven't had a chance to get back in there. And it makes me wonder if that's maybe in the cards for him to go back and enter back into the classroom. Is he interested in going back and maybe teaching geography, maybe going in as a substitute teacher? Is this the moment that just warms his heart back up where he goes and does that?
You know how you just really wish you could go back and listen to some of your teachers now, like that you're older. Like how cool would it have been to have Terry O'Quinn giving lectures?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude, I would have paid money just to listen to lectures by Terry O'Quinn.
Oh yeah,
Are you kidding
for sure.
me? I'd love it.
What would
and
you
those
want
high
him
school
to
kids would be like, he's boring.
Yeah, he's boring.
He's dumb. This is ridiculous.
I get it.
He just talks.
he just talks.
That's all he does.
I
He don't do anything.
I got one, boys, at the ball. Well, one.
The ball.
What's the deal with the ball?
What's the deal with the ball? A town's adult winter ball that they have every year.
It's not just for adults,
With
though, because
kids.
there's random
kids.
random
With
teams.
kids. It is a middle school, high school, and adult ball put on by the city.
My theory here is that
It does seem a little weird.
is that there was a school winter ball that happened, and one year a bunch of adults just crashed it. And instead of that being off limits, they just ran with
we
it.
did this every year?
What if we did it every year? That's what it felt like. But at the ball inside, there's a white staircase that leads seemingly to nowhere. I want to know what the deal with that staircase is. I want to know what this venue is, because I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. What is the ball? What is it? What is it? What's the ball?
Yeah. I've got financial questions. Terry O'Quinn at one point says, I didn't realize how bad things had gotten with the bank.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, okay, I understand that your wife has died and she did all those things. But was there clearly there's been numerous Christmases since she's died. We don't know how many, but we know there's been multiple, because Terry O'Quinn has said, I think it's been before his granddaughter was born. So I think it's been like a decade of Christmases. Was he just for a decade not paying the mortgage for a decade? How bad are we talking? Because evidently a $25,000 prize win and selling an old boat gets them in the clear.
Yeah.
So like, is that enough money to make up for 10 years of not paying the mortgage?
I don't know.
So clearly he was paying it some. It doesn't add up from a financial standpoint. I understand grief. I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to ignore it. But it seems as though he could have ignored it way too long.
I think they bought the house for cheap, and it was only like $200 a month mortgage
and they've
payment.
been paying the mortgage for 100 years.
Yeah,
It was one of those
salary.
65-year mortgages that they hand out.
It was a teacher's salary. You know, how
teacher
it is.
salary mortgage. I'd love one of those. That'd be wonderful.
Absolutely. Guys,
Yeah.
we did it.
We did it.
Congratulations. We end each week during the holiday season with a double-decker of the week where we dive into the life.
This is getting a lot of competition from Music Tuesday. I have a stocking at home. It's built for two. Which, by the way, Sam with Lace, come on over with
Which, by the way, we actually might have to stop doing that because it got pulled for copyright on YouTube, so we might have to stop it, even though
that's
people are sending us the money.
Yeah.
I mean, the movies. I mean, the music. Guys, Double Decker, where we dive into the life Panda does of somebody who has signed up for Brown Jet Plus. We call them the Double Deckers. Who do we have
It's
today?
been a
Dan?
long time coming for Lawrence Jackson. We know him as Larry.
Yeah,
Larry Jackson. It's not even close. It's just not even close.
I think I crushed that
Larry,
one.
how's your brother? Send to him.
Phil. Larry Jackson, everybody.
Yeah, Larry's a great guy. Teamed up with one of his buddies, Madison, and they're working on creating just a company that's going to rock your world.
This is absurd.
What
Teamed up with one of his buddies, Madison.
Yeah,
he doesn't
Madison.
say. Just no other clarification.
I can't tell you why I found
Name
that.
of
So
name of the company is Madison Squares Garden.
Yeah, that's why. Right there. Madison
Squares Gardens.
Madison
Gardens, plural.
Yeah.
Madison
Madison
Squares Gardens.
Yeah.
So
break this down
he
for
and his
me.
buddy go and they make all the
Madison.
gardens a square, or they exponent gardens?
Yeah, they exponent the gardens.
Yeah. How do they do that exactly?
Well, if you have like two, you're gonna have four by the time you're done. It's just great.
So if somebody had 16 gardens,
Yeah, you have a lot of them.
you don't know what 16 times 16 is, I guarantee you.
122.
I don't think so.
16 times 16 is 256.
I was real close, and that's exactly.
So you mean to tell me if somebody hires Madison Squares Gardens with their 16 gardens, they would leave with 256?
Yeah.
Do they just make them smaller? So like I have.
Do they take one big garden and just cut it up?
They need to clarify that for me. It seems a little.
And also, can I ask you this question? Because I do think this is important. Why?
What's the point?
Why
Who
would you want-
Who
why-
wants this?
I mean, I would love to have more gardens.
But
I
do you
currently-
have more, or do you have the same amount just cut differently?
I think you have more.
So
Yeah.
they make new gardens.
Yeah.
So if you have 16 gardens, they're making you 240 new gardens.
yes.
Are they replicas?
No, they're unique.
Wow.
They're top notch guys. I don't know any other.
At some point, you run out of space.
Well, they probably need to make you a little bit smaller in certain areas. Yeah.
Man.
But
Why does Larry not get any credit in the name?
Well,
It's just
it was
Madison
Madison's
Squares-
idea, but Larry's doing the grunt work.
Larry's
Larry's out there.
He's
like,
plowing the
He
fields.
allowed me to test it. Now I had one
you mean
garden.
test it?
and he allowed me to square it.
It still's one.
Right. And so but it was great.
So what did he do?
So that does nothing. If you have one garden and they square it, it doesn't.
So this
it's
is
still one garden.
exclusively for people with
have multiple
more than
gardens.
one garden. And
Yeah,
so
and I realized that when he came back and he said he was all done. And I looked. I said, Larry, this is the same thing.
Well,
And
you know what's wild is that I have no gardens. They come out to my house. I'm going to leave with no garden still, right?
it would be disappointing for you, I think.
I think at
Exponents are a
that,
tricky mistress.
It
Man.
really is.
I'll tell you at that point, it's a savage garden.
Oh, we'd be lost without him. Am I right, everybody? Man, we did it.
Boy, we did it, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow with our first Netflix movie of the season, which is Love Heart. And then we'll be back again on Monday with some more Hallmark jams. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.